Messages from Spirit. Welcome to the Manjula Awakening. Guys, I'm going to start out with story time, but I am going to timestamp down below when the reading starts. I'm going to go ahead and get the cards out during story time, and then we'll talk about the cards that fell out. Alrighty, so I was discussing with a friend today how we show up in karmic events, how we respond to situations that happen. And I made a controversial statement of no matter how harsh the situation is, that we face, we are meant to face that to obtain a blessing from it. At some point in time, our karma has aligned to that. And that sucks because there are some harsh things that happen to people out here in this world. And to hear someone say that things happen because at some point in time you earned that is downright disgusting, right? But it is a disgusting fact that if we can begin to accept it, we can begin to show up differently in life. So let me break that down. The cards aren't falling, but oh well, they'll come. I am one of 3 girls, and I had a behavior problem, and I was raised by a single mother. My younger sister had a disability. And my father, he was in and out as he pleased because my mother had no boundaries. And so there were incidences that took place inside of that house, and I was one of the children. I was the only child, one of the 3. They got sent off, the only one. And I was labeled as beyond parental control. Because I was a hellion, do you hear me? But anyways, so as I grew older and I got into astrology, or it intrigued me, I put me in my mother's chart in synastry. And in synastry, I was able to see that it was predetermined that there would be a phase in my life where I would be separated from not only my mother, but anyone that I shared identification to. Because the need to acquire outside gems. I don't know the case, but it was just in the synastry that it was part of the karma that had to take place. And I began to review that situation and think to myself, all these years, because I went through foster care and group homes and hospitals and things like that with the attitude of, my mama don't want me, y'all don't want me, I'm a paycheck to y'all, F y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I went through life. And so I was an angry person. And then so when I found that in my birth chart, I began to think, well, if this was already predetermined at birth that I would spend time away from this woman that gave birth to me, and anyone that shared any biology with me, made me look at, well, why am I so angry at this woman? Why am I angry at this woman for fulfilling her part in my journey? So then I had to begin to look at and accept that there was going to be a part of my journey where I had to release my mother from the burden of my judgment that I had been passing for so long. Look, I'm getting chills. That I had been passing for so long towards her. So once I began to look at that, it's like, I can't hold the people that are fulfilling their role in my karmic journey. Why am I mad at them people? If I got a bone to pick with anybody, honestly, it should be my past life and the way that I showed up. So then it's time to go within and convene with my soul, because my soul has relived this for lifetime after lifetime. So that's who I am convening with. And if you don't want to go there, then you got to go into prayer and pray that your glove is long enough to box this out with your divine. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. But either way it goes, it needs to be addressed internally and less externally. It's time. We are at a time in our life where we must begin to set people external to us free of our judgment, because they have taken their place and played their role in our karmic journey. We're here to clear karma. We're here to clear karma and make way for dharma, the good karma. But the only way that we can make way for dharma is if we pay karma. So we don't really get to hold these people accountable for how they showed up to reflect to us a time that we showed up less than honorable. We have to take accountability. And I'm not all the way through it. I'm not all the way through it at all. As a matter of fact, me and my mother are not even on speaking terms at this moment. But that this time has allowed me my space to do my clearing, because that's what we have to understand. Before we respond and react to certain people, places, and things, we must take the time to address ourselves. Emotional intelligence is one thing that we have neglected so much, and it is one thing that it is like one of the most important things in navigating this journey on this spiritual realm. And I feel like if we would just I got distracted by the cards that came out, guys, give me a second. If we would go within and convene with our own emotions before we thrust it upon those external to us, we can move forward in a more healing direction and begin to receive the dharma that we desire so much. And in that dharma it's tangible and it's sustainable. It's not fleeting. And so if we could just shift our perspective and begin to do work in that aspect, I don't know. It's a shift in perspective. Let's move forward. We'll timestamp the reading to start at 8:10. Okay. So the events, the major events that are at play right now is the Fool card. There's a new beginning. There is a new beginning. There is this leap of faith. There is this adventure that is at hand right now. And you're getting an opportunity to take a leap of faith and really take on this new adventure, this new beginning. The situation at hand is you must take on this adventure through this the high priestess, the intuition card. You must go within. You must listen to the divine knowledge within, the sacred knowledge within. You must heed that. And sorry, my light is shaking. You must heed that spiritual knowledge and allow that to lead you on your journey, because you're not always going to see where you're stepping. But as long as you latch on to your sacred knowledge, then you know that you're capable of handling whatever situation you land in. The challenge here is there's this patience energy, and it may not go. Your timing is not always the right timing. Divine timing is at play here. So patience is needed. But that also speaks to moderation and cooperating with others. You may be required to cooperate with people that you don't want to cooperate with, but that is part of the journey. Your intuition is not wrong. As long as your fear will lead you astray, the what ifs and the, ooh, but this played out this way and stuff like that. Unfortunately, this is where we have to be at mentally at this day and age. If something plays out as it did in the past, I now have a different set of tools in the present situation to have a different outcome than I had in the past, because I'm not reliant on the circumstances around me to have the outcome that I desire. I am reliant on myself and the divine. And your advice to face the challenge here is to stand your ground and have faith in the divine. So let's see how, that was my smoky quartz that fell on the floor. Let's see how we're showing up, how the collective is currently showing up in this energy from Message from Spirit. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. We have the Eight of Swords. We have Justice. I like that. And then we have the Queen of Wands. I actually like this a lot. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. There's this need subconsciously. It's like you want to just get going. You want to go, 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 go. But you're really being called to be patient and utilize this time right now to really look at both of these, the challenge and how you're showing up. It's like, you know that there's a need to nurture something right now. There's a need to be patient with something right now. But there's a resistance to it. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, the key words are, let me look at my cheat sheet over here. Lack of planning, in the challenge position. Okay, we're not talking about the upright. It's lack of planning. It is, okay, hold on guys, I don't usually use this. Where is it at? Laziness, poor management, delay, impatience. Okay, so what this is telling us is that if it's like, you know that you have to nurture something, but you're trying to figure out how you can skip the small steps, how you can skip the how can you chichia this is what I was thinking. How can you chichia this? How can you make this grow overnight? You can't. Divine timing is at play here. But you, and in your learned behavior, the way that you have become accustomed to doing things is pushing a burnt force and enforcing, and if I just stay at it, it'll eventually give. That's not going to work here. This is going to require your nurturance. You're going to have to caress this situation with compassion, and your intuition, your divine knowledge, your sacred knowledge is going to walk you through that. The challenge here is you're looking for logical explanations. You're not going to find that here. I'm not saying get lost in the illusion or in the dream state. That's not what I'm saying. But logic, you're going to get lost with logic as much as you would get lost with staying in that Neptunian energy, going too far left in that Neptunian energy. There's a need to find a balance here, and that's what you're not seeing. Is there is balance that can be attained through the two, and you'll be able to see your true power. What this all boils down to, the past influences, are the stories that you tell yourself. There are you don't believe that you're worthy of good things to come into you. It's I don't know. It's this energy of not wanting to get your hopes up on, constantly being told, don't get your hopes up on it, don't get your hopes up on it, don't get your hopes on it. So to prevent you from getting your hopes up on something, the things that you have as a survival technique, begin to tell yourself so that you don't get your hopes up, really are becoming the swords that bind you, the strings that bind you from being optimistic in your future. But there is this sense of newness that is coming in. There is this sense of I don't know what to tell you, whether you like it or not. There is this universal equilibrium coming in to awaken you to who you are. Like your spunk, your tenacity, like what your charisma, the thing that makes you unique and special is being illuminated. It's being brought to the forefront. Because it's too special for you to hide it anymore. It's too special for you to hide it anymore. And so Spirit is like, go within, listen to your intuition, and just even in the slightest things in life, when you go to the store, if you intuitively are drawn to something, do it and see what the outcome of it is. It's those small things that build your confidence level in your intuition, and so you begin to allow yourself to rely more on your intuition. When you I don't want to say small tests, but it's like you just give it small nudges, and you look for small confirmations, and when you get it, it grows your courage. Like my daughter, she has grown out of it, honestly, but she used to have this really bad habit of coming to me, and she would say, I know you're probably going to say no, but I'm going to ask you anyways. And to keep that drive in her, I would, as soon as she said that, I would predetermine that I was going to say yes to her answer, to her question. No matter what it was, I was going to say yes, because I wanted my daughter to be courageous in going after and asking the questions that she thought she knew what someone else was going to say. I wanted her to ask the question anyways. And she does that now, and sometimes it's but you know, it's what I pray that she had, and she has it now, and that's what your intuition is asking you to do. Like, just predetermine that when you go into the store, if this happens, this is what you're going to do no matter what. Or if this is what you're drawn to do, you're going to do it no matter what. And just do it. Trust it. Alrighty, let's get a closing message. I've done a lot of rambling in this one. And guys, if these messages resonated or you appreciated these messages, give us a thumbs up down below. This card snuck out. It wanted to speak. It says, your greatest wave awakes. I just heard read it, and so I will. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Thank you. It says 3, 2, 1, jump. You are ready. Let's read this. Guys, this is the Cosmic Journey Oracle. And guys, these decks are part of a giveaway once we reach 1K. All I ask is that you hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, and leave a comment. I don't care if it's just a heart. Leave us a comment down below. If you're brave enough, leave us some suggestions. Anything helps. Let's read this card so we can get on up out of here. Your great wave awaits. 40 card. A wave starts slowly. You can see its energy as it begins to slightly swell on the horizon. At first, there's nothing more than a small inflation of water, barely different than the surrounding water. But you see it. The swell gains amplitude and height. The swell gains amplitude and height. And now you have a wave that you can unsuccessfully struggle against or ride with joyful bliss. The choice is yours. Your great wave awaits, ready for you to proclaim your next greatest purpose. No doubt You may be scared at how big this energy is, or fearful of the scope of actions necessary to accomplish it. Be like water. Flow through any thought holding you back from this full resolution. Your momentum has gathered to surf the cosmic wave of destiny. So, guys, you got this. You got this. Allow your intuition to lead you. That's what the message from Spirit is. Guys, if these messages resonated, we would absolutely appreciate a thumbs up down below. And in all that we do and in all that we say moving forward, let's choose peace. Love and light, guys.